Hi, it's Josh from splashenglish.com. You might think that business English is complicated and difficult. What you need to understand is that business English is a style. You don't always use difficult and contrived words in business English. When you speak in business English as opposed to casual English, it serves a few purposes. For example, it helps you get things done. It helps you communicate clearly so that there is no misunderstanding. In a casual conversation, you might use a lot of idioms and phrasal verbs, but in business English, you use less idioms and less phrasal verbs, and you would use different words because you want to be clear in your communication. In business English, you also keep things professional and not too personal. For example, in a casual conversation, you might say something like this: "I'm sorry I made you angry." But this is very personal. In business English, you would say, "We apologize for any inconvenience this may have caused you." We apologize for any inconvenience this may have caused you. So instead of sorry, we use apologize. Instead of we made you angry, we say any inconvenience this may have caused you. Because if we use the word like, we're sorry, we made you angry, lots of emotion, we want to stay away from emotion. We do not want to be too personal. At a job interview, your hiring manager might ask you this question. He might say, "How do you handle an irate customer?" Now, instead of saying, "How do you deal with an angry customer?" he might use the word irate instead. So those are some of the examples. Now, I must mention that people do use quote-unquote business English in a very strange, weird way. They use a lot of jargons to confuse people, not intentionally, but probably to impress people. They want to impress others, customers, other business partners, that they are smart, that they are number one in the market. So they use all these jargons and difficult words to impress others, but that's when business English fails. Yes, sometimes you do need to use industry-specific words or industry-standard words, but if you go overboard to a point where you're not communicating clearly, then that's not a good business practice. So people would use all these big words to impress others, but actually there is no substance behind what they're saying. Let me show you an example. For example, our department will apply progressive growth strategies in both the emerging and existing market to generate maximum revenue. Now, what does this mean in plain English? It means we have a plan to profit in all markets. So in plain English, that's what it means. But we're missing the most important piece of information. What is that plan? What is that strategy? This is an example of people trying to impress you when they have nothing to say. So these are some of the things to keep in mind when studying business English. And if you want to learn more, I have an online business English course where you can learn to speak like a top performer. If you want to become a top performer in your field, whether you are an employee, freelancer, or entrepreneur, it starts with your communication skills. So click the button below to find out more about my business English course. Thanks for watching this video, and I'll see you next time.